Hello. Good morning, Ian, and possibly Cassie. Good afternoon, Jay. Good evening, Tove and Martin. Know that you are somewhere sacred. You are someone sacred because you are you and you are here and you are now. And there's no one else to be. There's nowhere else to be. There's no when else to be. I'm so grateful that we get to be together in this sacred life, this sacred moment. Sacred for life can be full of struggle and pain. And it can also contain great joy and love. I could wish you I could wish you all to have only joy and love. And I do. I wish you all the good things in life. But there's something about struggle and pain. I wouldn't wish for you to never experience struggle and pain because though it hurts me to see people I love in pain or struggling, there's these things sort of jolt us, and they make us dig deeper and feel deeper. And I think we can discover some very surprising depths of ourselves, and the power that lies within us when we are faced with great struggle or great pain. These things aren't bad. These things aren't to be avoided at all costs. So we seem to either be striving for that joy and that happiness and that love. Otherwise, we're running away from pain and the fear within us of of our own depths, of who we are, of what we are. So we can get accustomed to being imprisoned in a small mental version of ourselves, a self image, just like a person who's been in jail for most of their life. The jail becomes their comfort zone, and the world that other people might call freedom becomes something foreign to them. And some of them may even be afraid to go back out there. And it's okay to be afraid. Fear isn't bad either. It's natural. And no matter what our life contains at any given moment, whether it's fear or struggle or pain or joy or love, excitement, confusion, these are all okay. These are things that our life contains. These are things happening within our life. And the more that we accept the things that appear in our life, the more that we embrace them and allow them to exist without judging them as good or bad, or something that I want or something that I don't want. They're a part of us and they've arrived just like anything else. Why are we always fighting our experience? Fighting to stave off things we don't like and to attain things we do like. Always fighting. But if we just let go, if we just relax, if we face the fear within us, the depression, the sorrow that has been buried, repressed for years and years, if we sit with these things and we allow them to be, then we are embodying sort of a background state. We're embodying the canvas upon which all of these things are painted upon. We are not becoming the canvas. There's some kind of realization that we've always been this expanse, this capacity, as Mary calls it, the capacity within which all of these experiences occur, all of these experiences of life, whether they're spiritual experiences or mundane experiences, thoughts, feelings, emotions. Consciousness itself is what fills this expanse. Now we seem to identify very strongly with the things that arise within this expanse, within consciousness. We identify with our thoughts, our memories, our jobs, all sorts of things. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it can be a cause of anguish and torment. Because we're holding on to something solid in a world that's always changing. And when we hold on to things like this, things that come and things that go, and we hold on, we don't let them go, or we try to push them away before it's their time. This is a great burden. So we think we own the things that arise in our consciousness, and we can feel guilty about them, or shameful, or very proud and possessive. When we identify with these things, we become very small, and we can be very afraid. Because we don't want these things to leave. We've identified with them. We've considered ourselves to be these things. And when we feel them going away just as they came, it can be very frightening. And our whole life can seem like a battle to maintain control, to maintain possession of these things that we think are us. But I ask you now, what happens if you let go? What happens if you let come what comes and you let go what goes and you rest? You don't burden yourself with keeping things you consider good and ridding yourself of things that you consider bad. You don't take ownership. You drop it all and you just rest. You relax into yourself. You are here, and there's nowhere else to be. You are you, and there's no one else to be. You are now, and there's no when else to be. There comes a sense of peace from within. Almost like a road sign that tells us we are coming home to ourselves. Because we are no longer chasing something that is not here. We are no longer running from something that is here. We are at rest in the comings and goings of life. And from this place, from this sincere, pure place, at the very core of us, is where love blossoms. We become so comfortable being the expanse that consciousness fills, that all of its comings and goings seem like a playful game that we are watching and partaking in, but not taking too seriously. In recognizing that these things that arise are arising within us, and we are containing them. And when they are gone, they are gone. And when they are here, they are here. And it doesn't feel so much anymore like there is a difference between any of these things that come and go. They all just feel like that which fills, that which fills us. Consciousness. And there's some kind of love affair with everything that moves, everything that lives, everything that comes, everything that goes. And consciousness itself becomes filled to the brim with love, to the point where it doesn't feel like consciousness that's moving and living anymore. It feels like love itself. Everything here feels like love itself. And you feel okay in the presence of anything and anyone, because you are not small, you're not fragile, you're not desperately holding on to something that's going away, or desperately running from something that is inevitable. You are that which is containing these things. And you're not afraid of your contents. What will come up next? Who knows? Who cares? Let it come. Let it go. Rest inside of yourself. You may have some control over what you do, your choices in this life, but most of what comes of its own accord, and most of what goes exactly when it must. Don't worry about it. The more that you rest and relax into yourself, the more you can feel these things moving through you. It's like when you're driving on the highway, every car is moving the same speed or similar speed, so they look like they're not moving at all. But if you're standing still on the side of the road, suddenly you can see how fast the cars are moving. And you don't have to go where they're going. You can just watch them. You can just feel their speed, the air that moves when they come by, and hear their engines, and hear their wheels on the pavement. But you are at rest. And you've always been at rest. There is no expanding or becoming an expanse, becoming the container that life exists within. You are that already. And to know that, to experience that yourself, you must let go. And be still. And allow this movement in consciousness, this life to dance and sway and move and come and go. And in due time, all in its right time, you will realize that life is contained within you. Every experience, everything that moves, everything you know is all contained within you.